Alright, the last basic training video for Linwood Delta 310. I was in 2nd platoon. I had Senior Drill Sergeant Frazier, Senior Drill Sergeant Taylor, Drill Sergeant Camacho, and Drill Sergeant Barnes. Oh, and Drill Sergeant dang, forgot his name. He was short though. Short. I think he was Puerto Rican. I forgot Drill Sergeant's name, ain't gonna lie. He was cool though. He was cool. He was kind of like, he was like the most like real, like the whole time, like kind of down to earth. Not, I wouldn't say down to earth, but down to earth enough. But I feel like over the cycle, he kind of just started getting annoyed. I felt like he wasn't being respected on the same level as some of the other sergeants. So he started kind of like crashing out on us. And Senior Drill Sergeant Taylor, I respect the guy because he's an 88 Mike as well. I respect him a lot. But he would be crashing out too for nothing, for no reason. Anyway, regardless, yeah, so so I would say the hardest part about basic training is being away from family or being away from your loved ones. And then just trying to balance so many different people from all different type of cultures and backgrounds. You know, you have people that barely speak English. You have people that speak English. You got people that are from they're rough. You got people from the hood. You got people that are from a military family. You know what I'm saying? You got so many different characters when you go to basic training, and you're all balancing them at one time. You know, you got people in shape, you got people out of shape. You know what I'm saying? You got the tryhards, and then you got the people that's just chilling. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that last month of basic training, you have like 2 FTXs, I'm pretty sure. So you have like the Forge, and you have I think the Anvil or the Hammer, one of them. So one of them, to each FTX you ruck, right? But you'll be rucking throughout basic training, but it's not that much. It was every company was different though. Some companies, they ruck to the Forge and ruck back. Ours, we just rucked to the Forge and that was it, and then we got busted back home. So I was high speed, so I was PG from the end of I think it was whatever that second FTX is, the Anvil. I was PG from the beginning of the Anvil all the way to the Forge, and to graduation I was PG, and I was the best platoon guy. You know, you could ask my people. I'm gonna post a video of them responding when I was doing roll call when it was graduation day, and they're like, yes, best PG, yes, best shooter. You know what I mean? Like my platoon really respected me. Like, I'm not trying to boost myself or boost my head, but overall, you know what I'm saying, I think I was a pretty good, decent battle buddy. Wherever my battle buddies needed help or if they asked for help, you know, I didn't have any problem helping them. But don't help nobody. Only help people that really want to be helped. You know what I'm saying? People that's really trying to learn or, you know what I mean, be better. That's the people you help and that want to. You know, you can't force it. Anyways, yeah, so that last month, you are doing a lot of shooting. You're at the range. Range days were absolutely the worst. They were the most boring to me, especially to me, because first day of shooting, we went to the zeroing course, right? You zero. When you zeroing is you're shooting your M4, making sure that where you're aiming, that's where the bullets are going to hit, right? That's where your ammunition is going to puncture. So, and it also shows you where you may need more fundamentals when it comes on to breathing or your trigger squeeze. So if you're shooting your rifle and you pull the trigger like too hard, the weapon may jerk to left or right. So when you look at the paper that you shoot through, because remember, you're keeping the same sight picture every time so that you get the same accurate shot within a certain amount of distance on the paper when it comes onto zeroing your weapon. So if you jerk it too hard, it's good. You're going to see that the weapons are, the shots are kind of left to right all over. if your breathing is kind of off, like you're breathing hard or you're breathing in different spots and pulling the trigger, you're going to see that the bullets may be going up and down, right? So me, when it came on to zeroing, I zeroed in 10 shots, right? I shot my weapon, bang, 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 bang. You shoot 5 shots, and Drill Sergeant was like, hey, that's good. Do the same thing again. I don't even think they made any adjustment. I think maybe they did like 1 left and 1 right, or one to the right and 1 up, and tried it again, right on the money. Okay, you're good. I was the first one done out of all 200 or however many people were there at the range. I was the first one done. And they were like, yo, how did you do that? Yo, Hunter, you're a sniper. You know, like the Jamaicans are saying, Hunter sniper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I was really, so even that, they were asking me for tips. Yo, how you did it? And then when it came on to qualing on the range, I didn't shoot. My goal was really to shoot a 30. I didn't shoot a 30. I was kind of disappointed with myself. First go around though, I shot a 29. And if you qualled at the pre-qual range, you were good. Like you didn't have to shoot again. But since so many people did so poorly when we went to the range or the practice range the first day, they made everybody go again. But it doesn't even matter. Like it matters if you're trying to get top shot. Yeah, it matters. Because, you know, there's different awards you can win in basic training. So you can win Iron Soldier, which means you're the most physically fit, or like you had the best PT score on your AFT. Or you can win the Honor Grad, which I feel like should be a combination of everything, to be honest. Because I really feel like I should have won Honor Grad. But, of course, everybody could feel like that. I lost, right? We went to the board. I came in second place to one of my battle buddies, and I'm proud of her. You know, I already had an Army Achievement Medal. You know, she's starting off her career. She didn't have any, and she was a specialist. So I'm proud of her, and she did better than me. She knew more stuff than me. So I can't be upset with that. You know, I just didn't win. Anyways, and I had the opportunity to win it again in AIT, and I messed that up too because I got a counselor. So I really should. I could have won. What's it called? Twice. As well as Iron Soldier. I think I could have won Iron Soldier as well, but that counselor messed me up. Alright, I'm gonna leave AIT. AIT is a whole different story because I'm getting into AIT. Anyways, yeah, so you go on, so when you're on your FTX, what you're doing is squad tactics, right? You're doing all your TCCC, which is your Tactical Combat Casualty Care. You're doing all that type of stuff. You're going to be on patrol. You're going to be on fire guard all night. You're going to be in your foxhole. We actually dug foxholes with your battle buddy, whoever's beside you. Y'all going to be in your foxhole. You're going to be digging. Y'all going to be trying to keep each other up because you're not supposed to be sleeping. Or if you are sleeping, it's supposed to be a set cycle, right? So if I'm sleeping, that means the person beside me shouldn't be sleeping, and then vice versa. A whole way around the whole patrol base, you know? So the drill sergeants are going to try to sneak in the night or whatever the sergeant may be, and if they catch somebody sleeping or whatever it may be, they might mess with the person, or they'll wake up the whole platoon and like throw like a CS, like a frag, not frag, like a CS gas, like type of frag, and you would have to put on your gas mask. You know, so they would do that type of stuff and wake up in the middle of the night. So it was like paranoia. So and during the Anvil, oh my gosh, or the second to last FTX, it was terrible. It rained the whole time, yo. Like I didn't think I was gonna die. I knew I wasn't gonna die, but the other thing was I was kind of sleeping upside down, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and like my head was pounding. And besides that, I was soaking wet, and we were just sitting for literally 13 hours straight, because the company commander and everybody, the drill sergeant, were trying to figure out if we were going to end up leaving because there was thunder, or if we were just going to stick it out. We ended up sticking it out, so I spent a whole like 24 hours in the rain, just soaking in the rain. And then you wonder why people are sick and coughing for months on end, and everybody's getting smoked, and then all of a sudden you take a break or pause, and you're like position of attention move and everybody's on their feet. Next thing you know, you hear people dying of cough in the whole company. It was crazy. Like, it'll be like this person coughed, then you hear the next person cough, the next person cough, people sneezing thing. It was bad, bro. Anyways, yeah. So that was basically the anvil. It was, I think, 2 days. And then for the forge now, that was 3 days. The same thing. You just applying all the concepts that you learned throughout basic training while you're in the field thing. So I remember there was a smoke session where somebody forgot their rifle and the drill sergeant got it, and she made him low crawl from this side of patrol base all the way to the other side of the patrol base. Bro was crying. He was, I'm sorry, drill sergeant. I quit, drill sergeant. I quit, and he's still doing it. His name was Morenego. I don't care. Morenego, if you see this, hey, respect to you, bro. You made it through, bro. So I'm not hating on you. It's just a funny story. But and I mean, you made it past now, so we can all laugh, right? You know what I'm saying? So I hope you're doing good things if you do see this. But yeah, man, it was rough, bro. I'm over here trying to hold my laugh in, though. I ain't never get smoked like that. I ain't never even get, like, only time I really got smoked, like, individually like that, it would be, like, do push-ups. You know what I mean? Or, like, and I'd be like, all right, 2 weeks, yes, Joe Sergeant, just start banging them out. All right, on your feet. Every time I got smoked for real, it was in, like, a group. I never got smoked by myself or nothing. But I was always, like, I was low-key enough and high-speed enough and in the good kind of, like, the good graces, like the drill sergeant, especially when they found out I was a cadet or, like, I was in ROTC and I'm going to be back in ROTC. Because I started standing out because the first 2-3 weeks of basic training, I was told to shut the freak up so many times. Like, bro, it was actually getting in my head because I'm like, the drill sergeant, like, some of the stuff they were doing, they were wrong. As in, like, they kind of were forgetting, like at a point, they forgot to say, they were messing up, making little small mistakes. And I was like, and I was telling my battle buddy, like, one time I think it was like, the drill sergeant wanted us to move to the side or something like that. And he didn't call us back to the position of attention. So I was like, bro, nah, don't move. And like the drill sergeant said, who said that? You shut the heck up. I'm like, bro, what in the world? After then, I told my guy, bro, I'm done talking, bro. I'm like, they don't even know what they're teaching. They're messing up and stuff. So not every drill sergeant was like that, though. For the most part, all the drill sergeants were squared away. Yeah, so finished the forge. Right after the forge, we came back, like I said, with a 10-mile ruck. It felt longer. It took us like 4 hours to do that. And the rucks were so, like, you would expect me to not have trouble with the ruck since I've done rucks before, right? But the thing that kills you is that the ruck is done at such a slow pace and it's at a company pace. So it's not a race, right? When you do 12-mile rucks for like schools or whatever it may be, it's on your own, right? So you can run, walk, you know what I'm saying? But this, you're just literally just walking with a heavy bag on your back, just behind the person in front of you, and you're going at their speed, which is gonna be slow. So it's like really killing your shoulders, like, and you're supposed to be tactical, so they don't want you talking. So many different things like that. So it's like, I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. At least for me, it wasn't easy. And then there were 3 big hills going to the forge. Oh my gosh, Fort Leonard Wood got some hills that look like they're literally straight up parallel. And I remember that last hill, they were like, if you stop now, you're not gonna graduate. Like yelling at people and stuff. And I mean, I took one step and my legs just started contract, like muscle contracts. Like it just started locking up on me. Leg was locking up. I'm climbing up this hill. I'm literally just leaned over. I'm over here pushing people up the hill. People holding on to other people's bag. People holding their weapon for them. You know, it was like, it's a crazy night, bro. It was a crazy night. I mean, day. And then right after that, guess what? It's time for you to go to the forge. Like, you're doing the forge stuff. Like, you know, you're outside. You're not in no comfortable bed in the bay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're outside in the freaking woods with all type of snakes. We seen so many snakes, it was crazy. I never saw like a snake in real life. There was like 4 or 5 with snakes in our patrol base. At this time I was PG, so I was chilling. I was sitting in the middle of the patrol base with my guy down there, and like, you know, I was tasking people out to do different things, you know, and you know, it was actually fun. Another fun thing that the drill sergeants kind of looked out for us, because at this phase, right, when you got like 2 weeks left of basic training, you know, you have different phases. You have like white phase, red phase, gold phase, blue phase. So once we reach, I don't know what phase that was, green phase or gold phase, whatever, the last phase before you graduate, the drill sergeants really kind of start becoming like actual humans, and you get into like the mood of like getting smoked. At this point, it's not as bad. You like laughing at it, or you want more. Like your mindset literally becomes like insane. Like imagine like saying, yeah, we want to do more push-ups. We want to do more 400 jumping jacks. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds crazy, but after you're in an environment for so long, you just adapt to it, which is very true, and cool about humans. Yeah, so everybody went through whatever they had to do when it came onto the squad tactics for the Forge, and we were getting ready to leave maybe like that evening, and the drill sergeants tried to save us some ammo, and they were like, Hunter, get 10 of the most high speed soldiers you feel like that is in our platoon, and we're gonna have a mission. I'm like, all right, like this person. It was like six. Because it was like a little squad, and they were like, so what they ended up doing is making us do capture the flag, which was actually fun. That was probably the most fun thing I did in basic training. That was really fun. I appreciate the drill sergeant for that. So like, they made us choose a team. So we picked all the most high speed people, and we chose, okay, this person is a captain and that person is a captain. And oh man, bro, we could have won too, bro, but guys weren't on my level at that time. Now they might be on my level, so we could probably do it, but they weren't on my level. I tried to teach and thing, but it's whatever, bro. So yeah, we ended up doing capture the flag, like 6 of us. Say it was like 6 on 6. Like some of the other squad like hit to put the flag in the middle, and they hit up. And the thing was, my one drill sergeant, he was infantry, and our other drill sergeant, he was just like watching, so it didn't really mean nothing. Anyways, you know, we moved towards the objective, started taking contact. It was fun, man. It was fun. Overall, so yeah, after that was done, we kind of rucked up back to the point where we're gonna get picked up by the bus. And at that point, everybody's mood was raised, because guess what? That means the next thing we got to do is graduate. Like, that's all that's left. And graduation at this point was in maybe like 3 to 4 days. So, you know, you're doing turn in. After that day, we also had the bonfire ceremony, which is where they gave us our patch, our U.S. Army patch. It wasn't that emotional for me or anything. You could get a drill sergeant, whoever you wanted to, put it on for you and say something to you. So I had like 3. I had all my drill sergeants basically do it, 'cause I wanted to hear what they would say, what type of encouraging thing they would say to me, if they would say anything at all. Overall, they just say, yo, really good job, Hunter. You're going to do, like, good things, you know what I'm saying? Like, really good job. And then, like, even on, like, family day, like, when my drill sergeant was, like, talking to my parents, it's kind of weird, because it's like, bro, it's not, sometimes it feels like a summer camp, but you got to remember, it's not a summer camp. So, like, I just had to take a little chill pill. That cop just pulled up out of nowhere. Yeah, so yeah, they were saying like Hunter was helping us out, ever since he got this spot. He was really, like, the drill sergeant, like, he was saying like, yeah, we at drill sergeant were really happy we had him, because he was helping to teach, and like, you know what I mean, he really did well. Yeah, so overall then, you know, at this point, it's just a lot of cleaning, a lot of packing your bags, and a lot of, like, you know, little paperwork here and there, making sure you have your stuff squared away so that you know where you're going to AIT, when your flight is, and all that type of deal, which is cool. So, family day. So all up until that point, like the last 2 days, we were getting some extra phone time, like 30 minutes a day. Every company was different, yo. The company, we call them Baby Delta, because they were part of like a different battalion, but you know, they were like literally right across from us, and we could see them. Bro, from day one, whenever it was the weekend, from Sunday, they had their phone for like an hour. At this point, we were only getting 15 minutes. I'm trying to tell you, it was like psychological warfare when it comes to the drill sergeants and the phones, bro. At least for us in Delta 310, no, you didn't get no phone time for real. Longest we ever had was like an hour and 30 minutes, but that was like the third week, or like an hour and 15. That was like the third week. And then imagine getting that and feeling like, yo, you could get that again, and you never get that again. Like, never. So, yeah, man. That was basically basic training. Alright, now when it comes on to family day, right? Alright, family day. At family day, they awarded us, right? I got awarded. I had for leadership. I thought they were gonna promote me to specialist, but they can't promote to specialist in basic training, or AIT. But I got promoted to specialist in AIT, but that's just because I've been enlisted for 2 years already. So that was pretty cool, and I felt good when I finally got that. I didn't like my drill sergeants in AIT. I wasn't really close to them at all. But I was probably kind of mentally checked out, but we'll talk about AIT later. So, yeah. The different awards you can win. You can win Soldier of the Cycle, which was my boy, my Jamaican brother, D1. It was, you had a leadership award you could win, and then you have Honor Grad, and then Top Shot. Yeah, that was it. So, yeah, and I also did the national anthem. So, I played the piano for it. In fact, I'll probably post I'm gonna post a video playing the national anthem in basic training. I hope it goes viral, because it was nice. Me and my man's Middlebrook, my uncle. So, yeah, we played. So I got 2 challenge coins, which was really nice. Like, a lot of people only walked away with 1 or walked away with none. I got 2. It's pretty cool. It doesn't really mean much, but it's still like a moral booster, so whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that was it. Those are the awards you can win. I did very well in basic training. I continued to learn. It was good to get that experience under my belt, especially going like, you know, that I am going to trying to be an officer. It's good to have had done that. You know, makes you feel better about myself and what my knowledge and my experience level, because even to some of my peers that are cadets that are actually more high speed than me, because they know more stuff than me, when it comes up to like a little bit of experience or those little things, you know, they don't know, right? Just because they haven't been through that phase. But of course they will learn and they'll catch on. But it's nice. So overall basic training, if I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I would rate it in terms of, alright, if I had to rate basic training just overall in terms of everything, it's 6.5. Right? Just in terms of everything, but it's also a mindset thing. You know, you can really grow, like personally grow in terms of personal development. You can grow a lot from basic training. You just have to apply some of those things, like those disciplines, just being, you know, carry out whatever you say, be decisive in your decision making, speak up, stand properly, be confident. Even if you're throwing your little drip, still be a little professional, you know what I'm saying? Like, just those simple things, apply them to your life, and they're good qualities to have. So, overall, just a 6.5, because, no, it was a good experience. That's what I call it. I always say it's a good experience. I'll give it a 7. It was just a good experience. It wasn't amazing. Would I do it again? No, not. I wouldn't do it again necessarily, because unless I needed to, but I wouldn't do it again. There's no need. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. If you have any more specific questions, please leave them down in the comments. But yeah, that was basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, 2025, from like April 6th to like June to like July, like 20, say like July 20, no, to like June 28th, say like that. So yeah, if any more questions, leave them in the comments. Next video will cover AIT. Video after that will cover basic camp, cadet basic camp. And yeah, stay tuned for that, man.